in status between the two clubs. They arrive for this match with an 11-game unbeaten run in the First Division, and they face an Oldham team needing to bounce back. Humiliated in the FA Cup on Wednesday when they lost 4-2 after extra time to Leyton Orient of Division 3. Rick Holden and Earl Barrett, who has played for England last year in the centre of defence, but used at the moment by Oldham as their left back, jumping now with Steve McManaman. Rob Jones with a very dangerous cross. Oh, and Saunders misconnected. The ball actually then came goalwards off Craig Fleming, but it was a chance for Saunders, supplied by a precise cross with some 45 seconds gone from Rob Jones, and Saunders missed out. It's a northwest affair here, but it's got relevance at both ends of the table. Liverpool making a run, something on the blind side of the top two, although they're being noticed now in third place. And Oldham, for all the value they've given in attack, is needing to improve their results over the last section of the season to make sure they retain the status. It's taken such a long time for them to regain. They have a corner here. Rick Holden has gone across to take it. Ian Marshall, who knows a thing or two about scoring goals, he's got 9 already this season, is waiting by the near post. Sharp is there as well. Thorpe for Grobbelaar! And Neil Adams was waiting right on the line. And Liverpool reflect on a disaster at their end. With less than 5 minutes played, Holden's corner totally took out the goalkeeper, and Adams flicked it in. Grobbelaar had a problem here with the presence of Earl Barrett, who jumped with him. But Graham Souness absolutely devastated by the way that goal was conceded. An in-swinging corner. It should have been the goalkeeper's. It wasn't. Adams struck, and Liverpool are behind. Well, he's an excellent goalkeeper. He has his eccentric times. They've been well documented. And now Oldham have conceded a free kick. And if Bruce Grobbelaar is looking for some consolation at the moment, he might reflect that John Hallworth hasn't kept a clean sheet since August in the First Division, and only that one here against Chelsea all season. And John Barnes, of all opponents, has his eye on this free kick. He's capable of putting Liverpool level. Oh, and he very nearly did. McManaman's on the scene. It's set up for Thomas, and it flies behind for a corner. Well, Barnes has so many varieties in those situations. And Hallworth, who could have expected it to go to his right, had to plunge to his left and did the job with the help of the defenders who covered the rebound which went to McManaman. Well, Barnes very nearly punished Oldham for conceding the free kick, and but for Hallworth's save with that left hand, he would have done. It's a special afternoon for Nicky Henry, who was born in Liverpool, trained with today's opponents as a schoolboy, and used to stand on the cop to support the team he's confronting in this game. Rosenthal, supplied by Nicol. Thomas, with a fair man outside, it's McManaman, who's got a shot on, and on his stronger foot. He'll look upon that as a slightly wasted opportunity. After his first cross only found Jobson. Grobbelaar very anxious to get the game underway quickly at the goal kick. Oh, Tanner! Confusion, very nearly catastrophe. And the goal down, there isn't much margin for further error for Liverpool. Wright's header. Well, it seemed straightforward enough, and then it ran down off Nicky Tanner's body and took an extra touch off his knee. I think that's what made Grobbelaar fumble. It wasn't very attractive for Liverpool to watch. Right, that's a panicky ball as well. And from Nicol, this is Bernard. Milligan. Adams has got a shot on, and the ball, I think, to be fair to Neil Adams, just sat up at the crucial moment. And he is one of the contingent of ex-Evertonians who will delight in embarrassing Liverpool. And just a little bobble on the dry pitch here. There is a feeling that Graham Souness's team can be attacked if you put in the required amount of effort. And Oldham are proving that with a positive approach here. They've forced errors, but you would still fancy Liverpool to score before the 90 minutes is up. Houghton, picked off by Henry. Here's Sharp, now Bernard. Adams. Faced by Nicol. Houghton trying to provide some cover as well. Adams hoping to get a free kick. And he achieved his aim. Well, Oldham also have, with Richard Jobson coming forward, Rick Holden to veer the ball in towards goal, to try and catch out an unsettled Bruce Grobbelaar. Right, able to deal with the danger this time. Thomas. Saunders, no offside. McManaman, Rosenthal's up with him. It's a clear chance for Liverpool. It's 1-1. Steve McManaman sprinted clear and scored with aplomb. Delight from those who've made the short journey from Merseyside, and confusion for Oldham at the back again, and the marking was nowhere to be seen. The finishing was fine and precise. They'd pushed players forward at the free kick at Oldham, and they hadn't been able to compensate for the counter-attack. And what a season it's been for Steve McManaman, his first as a regular at this level. Saunders chasing, but the pitch, as I said at the outset, is on the firm side, and the ball skipping through to Hallworth. Nicol preventing the throw. Barnes slipping. Fleming. Well, Craig Fleming is the only outfield player in this Oldham side who hasn't scored this season. That does show again their willingness to push forward from every angle. One thing about this set of Liverpool players is, as has happened in this game, they are quite used to going behind, but they're showing great powers of recovery. They're troubled now by Milligan, and might have gone behind again. And Oldham hunting the ball in numbers, drawing Liverpool over to the near side of the field, which left room for Milligan. Here's Jones. McManaman having a good look to see where Barrett was. Houghton, and a foul by Barrett. Another mature moment from Steve McManaman to make life awkward for an international defender. Bernard got his head to the free kick. Adams beaten by the bounce. Saunders, Tanner. Saunders is onside. Rosenthal in the centre. Barnes is there as well. And McManaman. Oh, and Rosenthal and McManaman. Almost a problem of linguistics then. The odds were really more on McManaman, who had a better side of the ball, but Rosenthal very anxious to impress today. Too anxious then. Thomas. Rosenthal. Over the top from Barrett. Adams pushed down by Nicol. And Steve Nicol, probably a bit relieved that the referee here just has called this a foul and nothing worse, because look where the other defenders were. There was going to be no help from either Wright or Tanner if Adams had got to that. Maybe Nicol a little lucky to be in more serious trouble. It's Holden having a look at the angles for Oldham here. And Trouble let it go with an air of great confidence of the goalkeeper, who had worked out where the posts were and where the ball was going to pass. Nicol, not sure whether that was exactly what he had in mind. Adams to take an in-swinging corner to try and prey on any Liverpool nerves, given the way Oldham took the lead. It was flicked on well by Sharp. Henry, oh, and this is the problem for Oldham. Liverpool sweeping forward. Saunders, Houghton. It's still Houghton. Can he see a route to goal himself? Barnes is on the scene, and a rescue to give huge relief to Joe Royle by Ian Marshall. Houghton always had his mind on shooting, and then Barnes tried to take over. It's a marvellous recovery by Marshall. McManaman, again, neat work in a situation where there was very little room in which to manoeuvre. Houghton's pass. Barnes trying to forward a pass through the middle behind Marshall, and that's unlucky for Oldham. How serious will it be? Houghton. And Ken Redfern pretty happy that that came to naught. It was a 12th man for Liverpool then in the shape of the referee, and the goal was on because of that, but Houghton put it wide. Sometimes officials, in their need for vigilance, do get too close to the play, but Ken Redfern has been around a long time, took it all in his stride. Whether he'd been able to do that, of course, if Houghton had scored, is another matter. Bravely done by Nicol, and he might have made an opening for Liverpool here by ducking in. An opening for himself, perhaps. Certainly for Saunders! Oldham 1, Liverpool 2. Dean Saunders, 18 now for the season in all competitions. But Steve Nicol made it all possible for Liverpool, because he got the ball in the first place. He was up in support, and Saunders, as the ball ran past Nicol, swept it in. And you do feel each time that Liverpool attack that a gap is going to open up. And Joe Royle watches the second half from down in the dugout. Is so often the practice for managers who like to assess the action in the analytical way from a higher point in the first 45 minutes. Jones getting the better of Holden. But already both sides going hell for leather for goal. Barrett Well, he's got the cross in. It wasn't a particularly stylish one. McManaman, Barrett out of position, and Oldham unable to really plug the gap. Rosenthal, good tackle by Milligan. McManaman's shot was over-optimistic. Liverpool quickly appreciated where the space was after Barrett had charged on right to Liverpool's own goal line. But Milligan very bravely got the tackle in before McManaman blazed into the crowd. And the problem here is for Paul Bernard. Graham Souness has a need to look at Barnes and every injury must seem like a part of a recurring nightmare for the Liverpool management. But Mike Marsh is getting ready in any case. Barnes shaking the head then to suggest that maybe he's been given a chance to run off the injury, but maybe he's not too optimistic about it. Bernard is okay again. He was the Oldham player who was getting treatment. Rosenthal. Rather clear for John Barnes here that his part in this match may well soon be over. He's looking across at the bench and they're saying straight away to him to come off. Well, that's a terrible shock for Liverpool supporters. He was injured in the second game of the season against Manchester City, an Achilles problem. After that, a calf strain inhibited his comeback. Mike Marsh, one of a number of players who's had extra opportunity because of Liverpool's lengthy injury list, and Barnes' name is on that list again. Bernard stopped by Wright. How much will the loss of Barnes just affect Liverpool's belief? Still a long way to go in this match. Oldham. Corner to Oldham. Rick Oldham leaving it for Neil Adams. So often Oldham look for the flick on from Sharp. Marshall is in there as well. But Marsh coping with the space in front of Sharp. Milligan, it's deeper this time. It's Grobbelaars with the fist. And the header from Bernard. Thomas defending. Here's McManaman. Lengthening the stride, leaving Oldham. Rosenthal. Saunders in the centre. Marsh is up there as well. Rosenthal, who is an individual in his style of play, overdid it then. Liverpool have scrambled possession back. Houghton, and Rosenthal won't quite reach it. All well off his line. Well played by Tanner. Marshall right through the back of Saunders, and it will give Oldham the opportunity. And listen to the reception that Andy Ritchie gets. I think the crowd are disappointed that Fleming is the player who's going off. But it's the change to boost the attack. Andy Ritchie is back. He's 31 now. And his labours for Oldham in the second division have been immense. But he's missed out on the chance to capitalise in Division 1 because of his problems about staying fit. Holden, but Ritchie is right in there straight away. Holden again. Here's Milligan. Oh, and Adams was a little startled to find the ball coming to him. Responded by jabbing the header towards goal, but not wide enough of Grobbelaar. How? And still Oldham have the option of sending Marshall upfield, which I'm sure will happen if it stays at 2-1 to Liverpool in the closing stages. It could have been 2-2 here from Adams. Sharp. And Thomas doing well defensively for Liverpool. Bernard, a good try on the turn. Not an easy ball to hit by any means. It bounced up on this dry and somewhat scarred Boundary Park surface. Saunders, oh, it's wild from Marshall there, but he's a tolerant referee, Ken Redfern. He's got to blow now. A foul that was inescapable from Mike Marsh. The crowd trying to lift Oldham here, recognising that Liverpool could still be taken, even though the team from Anfield are leading by 2-1. Grobbelaar makes sure it stays that way. Marsh allowed to bring it down. Jobson, the master of Rosenthal. Here's Ritchie. Saunders still full of energy. Liverpool are going to need that to try and get out of their own half. Houghton. Well, it wasn't particularly orderly from Oldham at the back. Don't really expect that, but up front is a different matter. Ritchie for Adams. Henry is in the middle. Can he get it here? Cover in the shape of Tanner. The closest that Oldham have come, and Nicky Tanner, the Liverpudlian, in with a great chance of the equaliser against his boyhood favourites. But it was a wonderful Oldham attack that just needed more force at the finish. But here come Liverpool, and Thomas! Michael Thomas is a scorer for Liverpool for the first time, and it came seconds really after they could have been level, and now they are 3-1 up. Thomas twisting and turning and finding the bottom corner with unerring accuracy. Well, chances are fleeting against Liverpool, but Henry had one here. He got to the ball and rather prodded at it. It got past Grobbelaar, but with no real conviction, and Liverpool swept upfield, and now they lead 3-1. Well, Michael Thomas and Arsenal, it was a love affair that came to an unhappy end, really. But Liverpool have given him a chance to show again what a fine midfield player he can be. He settled in quickly, and now he's got a goal at the most important time for his new club. Milligan and Marshall playing a dangerous game. Here comes Nicol. McManaman to the left. Saunders through the centre. Nicol picks out Rosenthal. Saunders coming in. Oh, and Rosenthal has clipped it. I'm not sure that he was trying for goal. He believes it must be a corner. Maybe our angle here will be some evidence for him, but it's been given as a goal kick. Rosenthal claiming that the ball flew up off Earl Barrett. 4 up for Oldham. They'll scatter caution to the wind, whatever caution that they have. Great ball by Ritchie to Oldham. Oh, and Bernard, agonisingly close, back from Adams. Marsh, and Oldham will feel that they haven't had much good fortune this afternoon. Andy Ritchie curved it over Rob Jones then to Rick Holden. And in fact it was Nicky Henry going in at the near post who got a header to it. Jobson. And Thomas charging it down. Here's Marsh. Saunders with a free header. Good stop by John Hallworth when Dean Saunders was about to signal Liverpool's 4th. Adams. Well, the amazing fact here is that we've only had 4 goals. We really could have had 14. And Dean Saunders, who came in unmarked, you could see where he wanted to place the header, but Hallworth also saw it as well. Right. Milligan. Well, some teams you would be sure would be beaten in this situation, but Oldham aren't one of them. They will carry on in a Corinthian style until the final whistle blows. They might concede another goal, but they'll certainly be looking to score again themselves. Sharp! Well, Graham Sharp couldn't quite get the spring in the legs. Five minutes left. Oh, Nicol and Tanner. Oh, Tanner reacted as though Nicol called for the ball then. But if he had done, he wasn't prepared to deal with it when it came. Here's Barrett for Oldham. And again. Now Adams. It's always been an outlet for them on the right-hand side. And Grobbelaar hasn't got there. Bernard! 3-2. And another adventure goes wrong for Bruce Grobbelaar. Paul Bernard picked up the pieces here. After Grobbelaar fumbled, Bernard reacted very smartly with his back to goal and found the net with the goalkeeper completely stranded. And what a finish we're going to have now. Paul Bernard, 4 goals this season. They've come in his last 4 league appearances. It's Liverpool's ball, and it's a corner. And these are precious seconds being evaluated down on the Liverpool bench. Nicol, the linesman was flagging. Rosenthal. And Graham Souness going through agonies inwardly, running around, chattering away to nobody in particular. Barrett with a throw. Sharp. Right. And Liverpool have another major lift